a couple of days researching the product, looking at videos about the product and how it works and all that, but he hasn't had much time to look at the business part of it.
No, that's fine. Yeah, so because the one thing I'm going to do is I'll go through a couple things, but the resources we have are all in Spanish as well, which is great. Okay. So he can actually resource or take a look at everything in Spanish. So we have presentations in Spanish. They do meetings every night, Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. in Spanish as well. So that's a good thing. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get it started a little bit and go through a couple things with you. But I'm right in the middle of a 16-minute video with somebody. I've been trying to get a hold of these people for like 3-4 days, and they finally said they were available. So in 7 minutes, I got to call them back. And it'll just be like 5 minutes of me taking a break. But to give you an idea, and as far as it can make sure that Mario can understand, because otherwise I'll pause every like 10 seconds. So does he understand everything I'm saying so far?
La mayoría.
Most of it, yes.
Okay,
I think
great.
If you have to speak a little bit slower,
sure,
but not not significantly. Yep. Okay.
So the very first thing is the goal with this is to basically get you registered. You get registered in the United States, even though you can't do business. I mean, even though you can't have a job, you still can get registered in the United States through this business. You can. That's never an issue. So if you want to let them know that, that's not a problem. Okay. So what happens?
Sure.
I
believe they're married, so they would just work her position. Yes. Is my understanding.
Oh, okay. Is that correct?
Yes.
Then you're good to go.
Okay, good.
Okay, good. So that's what I wasn't sure. So the second part is in Costa Rica. What happens is you can actually register anybody in Costa Rica, but you have to just register them in the United States, and then it's freight forwarded to Costa Rica. We can do that today. Okay. So if you said, I know somebody, we can actually have them register here in the United States and have the product freight forwarded. Now they can distribute around the world.
Okay.
So hopefully that makes sense, because what's nice is that these countries are not open yet, but they're in what they call pre-launch. So the pre-launch means that the countries you can sell there, you can sign up brand partners, but they register in the United States. And then once they open up Costa Rica, then everything will be shipped directly. Okay. But until then, right now, we just basically register the other people from Costa Rica in the United States through a freight forwarder address. And then when they order the product, it's freight forwarded to them, on a regular basis until the country opens up.
Okay.
The $1 million question everybody's asking me, so when is it going to open? I don't know. It could be January, could be March, could be June, July, August. I don't know. But in the meantime, we want to talk to everybody that you know there so that we can actually expand the business very quickly.
Okay. So let me ask you, does this mean, I know we can sell to the people in Costa Rica. Can they sign up and sell within Costa Rica?
Yep. So what it is they basically can still talk to people in Costa Rica, but they have to register them in Los Estados Unidos. So they have to, because it's not open in Costa Rica yet. So what happens is there's a process they have to go through, which is pretty simple. There's mainly just a form they got to fill out. They get registered in the business here in the United States, but we use a mailing address as a freight forwarder.
Okay.
Has Mario ever had products shipped from the United States to Costa Rica?
Have you ever had products from the United States, purchased them here and had them shipped to Costa Rica?
Míos, no.
Okay, you've had them from other countries that was shipped to.
Sí.
Okay.
Sí.
Okay. No, not from the U.S.
That's fine. Yeah. So there's a preferred one that we use out of Miami. They ship to pretty much anywhere. So that's the one that we usually recommend. So there's basically a setup with that. And once we have the mailbox set up, it'll basically set up so that anybody we get registered, they basically will set up the mailbox there. And then basically when they place the order, Lifeway guarantees the product to the freight forwarder, but they will not guarantee the product from the freight forwarder to the country because we can't control that.
Right.
Once they open that, and the freight forwarder usually has insurance, so they've got all the different processes in place. But the difference on that is now they can get the product delivered.
Okay.
But then because they're a brand partner, now they can develop business and anywhere around the country, anywhere around the world.
Okay.
So that's a massive advantage to be basically a brand partner. Now, when Costa Rica opens, everything changes. The freight forward just gets canceled. They get product delivered directly to you in Costa Rica, and then they can sponsor everybody. So
Okay.
I'm telling people the only things a corporation does not want us to do is massive meetings in person in Costa Rica,
Okay.
or do basically large group meetings. Now, we can do that via Zoom. It's not a problem. There's a lot of people doing that right now.
Okay.
So me no habla español muy poquito. So we'd have to have maybe Mario, learn more about the presentation, stuff like that, and we'll help him with that, or just basically be translated. So
Okay.
whatever you think works best.
Okay, now he does have, I mean, all those years of experience he's had to representing whatever clients he had. He's had to go places in Central America, South America, and speak and present before large audiences. So he does have that experience also.
Great. So the last thing I was going to mention is that, because I got to go in like 2 minutes,
Okay.
but and I'm just going to be off for like 5 minutes. I'm just going to answer a couple of questions for this couple. The guy signing up, he wanted to get his wife on the same page, so they're watching our 16-minute video.
Oh, okay.
So the one thing that I was going to mention too is Costa Ricans here in Los Estados Unidos. Anybody Spanish speaking in the United States, we can develop a lot of business here as well. Okay. So keep that in mind, that if he's got contacts in Colombia, Peru, Guatemala, Ecuador, Panama, any Central South America, any Spanish speaking country, we just can't do Venezuela. No Venezuela. And we cannot do Brazil, because Brazil is going to take some time because of the way the country is structured. So Brazil will open probably later, probably a year or two down the road is what we were told.
Okay.
So any context he has in any of these other places, we can definitely do that. So I'm gonna share with you a couple things. So I'm gonna go on my screen and just share with you where you can access this information. Chuck, if you can make me co-host real quick, and then here we go. In fact, Chuck, if you want to do me a favor, if you can share with them, this is a team, and where they can find the Spanish information. Do you know where that's all at?
Yes, sir.
It's a team.es. So if you go there and just show them where they can access some of the things like that, and then I'll be back in just like literally 5 minutes, if that's okay.
Yep. Thank you.
We'll go through some numbers. So sure, no problem. Back in a minute.